Well, it's time for the instant reaction time here on the Football Marketing Channel. Southampton defeated today by Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, the worst away end or worst ground in the Premier League. What an absolute shocking away day that was. If you want to find out more, make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch my matchday vlog, which will be out this Monday morning. So stay tuned for that. I will give you my whole matchday experience, but let's give the instant reaction to today's result. A really, really disappointing 2-1 defeat. A 1-0 up. I thought we played well. I thought we were on top. Probably just about deserved the goal. I thought Kyle Walker-Peters was brilliant. The way he set that up, really. He made it from his endeavour keeping the ball in. The way he cut inside on that left-hand side onto his right foot. Adam Armstrong with a snapshot. Haven't watched it back, but I know that Dibbling just poked it in. It was just basically a tap-in the end. I didn't like the starting 11 in midfield. I hated the midfield. I was calling for Cameron Archer to start over Adam Armstrong. I said it all week on all my platforms. I wanted to see him in the side. We didn't get that. I think Armstrong struggles at time at this level. He's a great player, and he'd go back to scoring 20 goals next season in the Championship. Can't cut it in the Premier League, can he, at times? The midfield three of Dibbling, Mateus Fernandes and Joe Aribo. Powder puff. I think the word is powder puff. Dave Merrington would use that word a lot on Radio Solent. When he was with Adam Blackmore, powder puff couldn't kick their way out of a paper bag. Probably wouldn't quite go that far, but I would go as far as say that they weren't good enough today in central midfield. Aribo got pulled off, no shock about it. Even when he's pressing, he looks like he's jogging. Not a player for me that's gonna make a massive difference at this level. I thought James Bree at right back struggles at Premier League level, not really good enough. Puts a load of effort in, but doesn't have enough quality. Misplaced passes, we give the ball away sloppy. Unuachu up top. He's not the answer. There's no doubt about that. He's not the answer. He done well against West Ham on Boxing Day. It didn't work for him today. Maybe he was a bit fatigued, a bit tired. And that's maybe why we saw a load of rotation today in the squad. And in that starting 11 was just due to the fact he needed to keep people fresh. And it's hard because there are people playing a lot of football at this time of year. It's a tough time of year to be playing football. I'm not going to talk loads more about the game. Just my reaction is that we're down. I think we are going down. It's how ugly that gets, how bad that gets. Going to have to be better. We're going to need to try and create more. We're toothless going forward, toothless in attack. Don't have anywhere near enough going forward. And that's the biggest worry, is where do the goals come from? If we happen to go and sell Tyler Dibbling, which is what we could potentially do, the window opens in a couple of days' time. If we were to lose young Dibbling, where do the goals come from? He's the only real sparkle in the side, in my opinion. But it's going to be a long slog to the end of the season. We said that the other day on the channel. There's no doubt it's going to be really tough. Where the results come from, I find it hard to see. Can we get to 11 points? It's what we all want us to do. We have to hope we do it. But he doesn't have the players that are good enough. There's no doubt about that. They can go out in January and spend a load of money. They won't. He needs to thin the squad out. He's already said it tonight that he needs to thin the squad out. I didn't talk about the goal. Let's talk about the goal, the VAR decision. But it wasn't VAR. VAR looked at it. They looked at the decision. There was a foul clearly on Harwood Bellis. Doesn't get given. And there's probably a foul on Aaron Ramsdale as well. A bit of 50-50 maybe because you give a bit back. At the end of the day, it's still a foul. And if that was Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Aston Villa, they would get the decision. Sorry, but they would get the decision. And that's what really annoys me about this league at times. And I'm just getting fed up with it now. I think we're all getting fed up with it. We're halfway through the season and it just feels a drag now. And how we do the second half of the season, I don't know. I think it's been really hard for any paying supporter to keep sticking with it, to go up and down the country and do it, because it's a hard watch. And there wasn't a lot of fight today, and there wasn't as much endeavour as I expected there to be. And that's my biggest takeaway and shock today, is there wasn't quite that effort and endeavour. And I'll be honest, Crystal Palace, they're not a great side by any stretch of the imagination. They're not brilliant, but they had enough to beat us. And at 2-1, once they got in the lead, they never really looked like losing the game or us being a real threat. They were comfortable. And look, they just don't. They'll be fine and they'll stay up. Eze's brilliant. Mateta up front is a handful. But they're always going to play into him. They play into feet, into the... They almost bypass midfield at times and go in feet. But we didn't have anyone in midfield to kind of stop that happening. Downs was obviously injured. He had a dead leg, which is a miss. But Ugochukwu been brilliant. Is he not able to? Is he not able to play 3 games in a short succession? He's a young lad. There's other people doing it. Bednarek's doing it. He's a lot older. Wood's doing it. I know he's a centre-back. Mateus Fernandes is doing it, who, by the way, the deliveries... I like Mateus Fernandes. Can someone go spend some time working on deliveries with him? His deliveries today were absolutely woeful. The dead ball corners, the free kicks were shit. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Have to be better. A lot of Diblin's corners. Don't even make the first... They won't even get it past the first man at times. Not good. Right, that's my instant reaction. That's my reaction to the defeat against Crystal Palace. Full matchday vlog will be out tomorrow. If you don't tune into the matchday vlog, I just want to wish every single one of you a very happy new year. All the best for 2025. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being a part of my community, and I will see you again next year.